This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
There's controversy brewing in Morgantown, and an old issue seems to be rearing its head again, and it's surrounding access to the program by former Mountaineer football players. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to share with you what some former players have said on social media, give you my thoughts on it right after this word from our sponsor.
Since 1931, the attorneys at Katz, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner have been the voice for victims who have suffered serious injury or death. They have a fierce passion for truth and justice and a sincere compassion for those who have been wronged by others. Whether you have been in a car accident, are fighting with an insurance company, or you or a loved one has suffered serious injury or death due to medical negligence, we will ensure your voice is heard loud and clear. Katz, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner will ensure there is justice for all West Virginians because we are your lawyer, your voice. Visit us at yourlawyeryourvoice.com.
What is up? Come on in to Couz's Corner. Make yourself comfortable. Bail yourself up to the bar. Let me pour you out another shot of top-shelf college football content. I am your host, Couz, and on tap today at Couz's Corner, we're talking about controversy surrounding access to the football program by former Mountaineer football players. Now, if Mountaineer fans out there, you probably remember several years ago, really before Neil Brown was in the coach of the program, before Ren Baker was the AD, there were some complaints by former players that they did not get access to games, to practices, to the program like they felt they should. And there were a lot of fans, at least fans I saw on social media for the most part, who agreed with the players and felt like they should get easier access to the team than what they were getting. And I thought that problem had been fixed. It seemed like we were starting to see more players in Morgantown. You know, seemed like you saw more players in and around the program. We thought it had been fixed. Well, apparently it's creeping back up again. I'm recording this late at night on Thursday, August 8th. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room here, traveling for work. But anyway, I saw it on a tweet that was put out earlier today by Earbeard. He put up a tweet that was put out by former player Tim Lindsay. And I'm going to do a screen share here with you real quick. I'm going to show you the tweet the Facebook post rather that Lindsay put out. Then I'm going to show you some of the comments by other former players underneath that, and then another Facebook post by a former player. So let's start off with the Tim Lindsay Facebook post here. It says, former WVU alumni football players are now required to pay dues and donate for a chance. Yes, a chance to buy tickets, depending on their donation amount. Who cares about the years we spent on the team? Never before has this happened. Shows what the program thinks of the players who built the program they are currently in. Thanks, Neil Brown, WVU football. It's not about the money. It's about what changing this tells the alumni who built the program they are in, how they don't actually care. Welcome us back to practice all you want. Charge us for a chance to see the team we put our hearts and souls into. Yeah, it makes no sense. I love the Mountaineers, but this is ridiculous. Now, let's look at some of the comments that were made. The first one that stuck out to me was by Darius Reynaud, former star receiver for the Mountaineers. It says, that's one of the reasons why a lot of players don't go back there. I witnessed this firsthand 2018 Fiesta Bowl reunion. They didn't allow access to me, Pat White, and a couple other players to walk through the facility. From that day forward, I said, the hell with West Virginia. Saddest part, I can go to LSU game with open arms, stand on the sideline as if I went there. Go walk through the facility anytime I want. Now, I'm going to stop there before I show the other ones. Guys, that's a problem. If a former Mountaineer player can get easier access to a program he didn't even play for than he can at West Virginia. Guys, this is a star player. Darius Reynaud is one of the best receivers to ever play at West Virginia. Now, really, that shouldn't matter. I mean, the other players should get equal treatment as well because they also put in their hard work. But this could potentially be a problem. Now, to be fair, we haven't heard the school's side of the story or the Alumni Association side of the story, whoever's responsible for this. We haven't heard their side of the story. Hopefully, at some point, somebody will speak out. Now, it may not make sense to just give free football tickets to anybody at any time. I kind of get that. But there has to be a better way than making them donate to the program. Now, I know West Virginia, I know It's a crucial time for West Virginia. They have to raise revenue all they can. But if you think these players, all you're doing is making them mad and making them not want to support the program anymore. They're not going to pay. They're going to stop supporting it altogether. So I think whoever made this decision, to me, probably not the best decision, but I would like to hear their side of the story because, there's probably more to it than what we're seeing. Let's keep going. Brian Jozwiak, who I've had the privilege of having on my show, former first-round NFL draft pick, consensus All-American at WVU, former offensive lineman who played back in the early 80s. He says it's quite disheartening, actually. Donation level, we donated 4 to 5 years of mind, body, and soul to the building process of our program. I get it. Money's a priority indeed, but a former player, no matter their money level, money donation capability, should have access. If that's not enough, well, and you know what else? It's 2024 and a 40th year anniversary of the 1984 victory over Penn State at our Mountaineer field, and nothing organized to get guys back. At least none that I know about. Anyway, I bleed blue and gold and wish our team a great season. However, I'm a retired high school teacher and coach, so I guess I will watch the game on TV. Now, here's what Rick Oliar had to say, a former offensive lineman who played for the Mountaineers back in the late 1990s. He says, "It is sad. The trend over the years is less and less for former football players. We started with no more all-game field passes unless you played in the NFL. They send us all over the stadium so we don't get to hang with all of our former teammates. Then the varsity club tailgate is no more. I love going to that as you can hang with your former teammates. Now this. I don't think we are asking much. We were before NIL, so they made plenty of money on us. All we want is an effing free effing ticket. That is the least they can do. IM me, instant message me if you want the cell phone number of who made this decision." So he's going to drop names. Now, Mr. Oliar put out an even more detailed Facebook post of his own on his own page that I'm going to share with you as well that kind of gives us a little bit more details into this situation, I think. Are you looking for a new sports book to place your bets for this college football season? BetUS is the answer. You get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Click the link in the comment section or in my description box to place your bets with BetUS. Please play responsibly. You must be 18 years of age or older, and some restrictions may apply. Yeah, here it is. So gearing up for football season, and get an email from Varsity Club that our free tickets will be given out based on the donation level because this is the fairest way. Really? So we have to pay to guarantee free tickets. I may be misunderstanding, but below is a portion of what was sent, and here's what he got. The process to request tickets and passes this year will be through a link that will be emailed to you. The request period will be 2 weeks for each home game, and we end on Monday before the game. All requests submitted during the request period will be fulfilled and allocated in priority order. Priority will be determined first by your Mountaineer Athletic Club donor level, and then your rank within your donor level by priority points. And then he says, as the youth would say, kind of sus. And that is funny because that's exactly what the kind of stuff my teenage daughter says. But anyway, and I actually agree with Earbeard here. He says, I get a fair process, but there's a better way than making former players donate money. I agree. Put them in a lottery or something. I understand you can't give tickets to everybody. There's probably a limited number. But for each game, put players in a lottery, draw the ones who want to come, have them send their names in, put their names in a lottery, draw them out. Those players get tickets. I don't see why that's a big deal. Make it, maybe it's 50 players, maybe it's 100, maybe it's 20, whatever the number is. I kind of agree with Earbeard there and think maybe there's a better way to do this than making former players pay for their game tickets. Now, you guys tell me, am I wrong here? I would like to know, if you're a fan of another team besides West Virginia watching this, what does your team do to handle former players? Do they allow them to come back for free? Do they give them sideline access? What do they, free tickets at least? What do they give them, if anything? And if you happen to be watching this and you happen to work for WVU in the athletic department or for the varsity club or whoever, let me know. Shoot me a DM. I'll be glad to bring you on the show and let you give your side of the story. Or just send me a DM and I'll come on a show and do another follow-up episode and explain your side of the story. But on the surface, this does not look good for West Virginia. It's a bad look. It's a bad PR move, in my opinion. of all the programs out there, this is one that needs to embrace their alumni. You know, it's a very proud, rich program, a lot of tradition. You know, we don't have national championships to fall back on. But one of the things we do have is tradition. And the players who bled gold and blue, who put on those pads every Saturday, who did the up downs, who did the sprints, who ran law school hill for 4 to 5 years in many cases. And I think they should have better access than just some random fan or donor like me or whoever else. Just using myself as an example. So I understand players being upset, but again, I would like to hear the other side of the story and why this is why West Virginia is doing it this way. Is there a legitimate reason? And I would also like to know how other schools do it. Maybe it's not normal for players to get free access. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I want to give my quick VIP member shout outs to this episode. Those are Houston Cougars, Germany, Timothy Hetrick Jr., Denny Allen, and Tom Dean. Thank you all for your VIP membership here at Couz's Corner. If you want to become a VIP member, hit the join button below or hit the join button in my description box or go to my channel homepage and hit the join button beside my profile photo. You can support this channel for free by hitting the thumbs up button. It's a like. You can hit that. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Drop the comment below. That helps. Share it with your family and friends and subscribe to the channel. Help me get to my next big goal of 10,000 subscribers. You can do that. That's a way you can help for absolutely free if you don't want to be a member. There's also other ways you can support me in the description box. You can go to Fanatics and do some Fanatic shopping with my link. You can buy some merch from my merch store with a link. There's ways you can donate through PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. All that's there. Links to all of that is there. Thanks again to my sponsors, Cats, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner, and BetUS. Thank both of them for supporting what I do here and helping me keep the lights on. With all that being said, I really appreciate you tuning into this episode. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out another episode of Couz's Corner, watch this one right here in the top corner of the screen. Have a top shelf day and cue country roads.